Alright, so for one of our mix-ins, we're going to be using the Jicama root. Now, the Jicama root is usually a lot larger than this, and is covered in, a scaly skin. It's actually a root from Mexico and Southeast Asia. This right here, the juice from this, is one of the best skincare solutions you can ever use. It's very cheap. It's like $2 a pound. And so what we're going to do is we're going to get the juice from this and squeeze it into here and use this. Let's see, where's our... there it is. We are going to just kind of grate this thing down really good. So first, I've already taken off all the skin and what parts were usable. Unfortunately, like a lot of this was already not a good jicama. So we have this. I live near to San Antonio, so we're close to Mexico, so we get a lot of good produce from Mexico. And this is one of the wonderful things that we get. Now, how we came across this is my wife was cutting some of this up to use in like some egg rolls. It's really good. It's a good starchy. It's good to eat. It's a good starchy food. And she noticed that like all of the cuts on her hand had healed up. And said, well, maybe there's something to this. And so she would cut a piece of this off and then rub it on her skin. And her skin in the morning would be healed up. So I use this a lot, and this actually helped me on my feet. I don't have any more splits or anything on my feet. It's healed all those up. It has healed up my hands. It's kept them from getting really bad. So I have like a condition called chronic hand eczema. I try not to show my hands too much because it's not nice. And it keeps them fairly healthy. It's kept them from getting really bad. So we're just going to keep grating this until it's down to a pulp. Very fine. So yeah, it's $2. And so, I mean, it takes a little bit of work, right? If you don't want to grate this thing up and get the juice, you can just cut off pieces of it and rub it on your skin. That works too. My wife does that. But since this thing was basically, there's only about half of it left, since most of it had gone bad, I just decided to go ahead and cut it up, and we'll get another one later. Try not to grate my hand. I'm not the kitchen whiz, so you'll have to forgive me. Speed this up a little bit. But yeah, it does take a little bit of work. The juice from this will last about a week to 2 weeks. And then you can just do this again. But I mean, for skincare, this $2. You'll spend a lot of money on skincare. I don't really get it, but if that's important to you, then you ought to give this a try. At least to get healthy skin. You can add all that other very expensive products if it makes you feel better. But you can do this, and this will do all the work for you. And I believe we're at the end of our jicama. Okay. Now I need to get another plate so I don't make a horrible mess. Make my wife mad. Hang on 1 second. Alright. Now the fun part. grab some of this. Alright, and you get it. You just squeeze it in. You can probably make a machine to do this. Maybe a blender or something like that. Might work well. But it creates a fair amount of juice. And you can eat this stuff afterwards if you want to. You just squeeze it really good, and using your hands, so it's going to get all in your hands and heal up your hands. So that's why I'm using my hands to do this. I washed them, of course, first, so they're clean. Ooh, a little bit got under there. Now you don't have to do the whole thing at one time. This juice will last a good while. And you can put it into different containers so each family member can have their own juice for their healing. So before I use any of this, I'll end up using it for our mix-in, our yogurt mix-in. Mix this in with some yogurt. Have some really high quality. Well, we'll see. We'll see how it comes out. We're going to use our Frankenstein yogurt to make it. Sure does take a while, doesn't it? Well, like I said, it's a lot of it's some work, but honestly, it's really worth it. You'd be surprised at how quickly it heals up your skin. And you'll notice that when you put it on and then just let it absorb. Don't wash your hands or anything afterwards. It has a, I mean, it doesn't smell bad. It has kind of that root smell, like potatoes, right? You ever cut potatoes, you know that smell? Kind of has that smell to it, so just wait for it to absorb, and then maybe you can wash your hands afterwards if that smell bothers you. And there's a lot of juice in this thing. I might have to get another container. Whoa, it's a mountain of juice, isn't it? I need another container. Isn't it fun that when you go look for something, it's all jammed up into like one thing? I don't know where the other top is. I'll have to find it. At least I know what color to look for. That one's good. That one's full of juice. This juice, it does last a long time. So I think I'll just use one general use, and then I'll use one for the mix-in. That way I can go ahead and use this one, and my family can. Okay, I got a little bit left here. Just about done. Yeah, so these things are 90% water. So they're just loaded with juice. Let's get out every little bit like we can. Squeeze it to the point where your hands hurt. last one. Okay. Alright, so I think we have successfully gotten a lot of the juice out of there. Normally I would just let this stuff seep in, but try not to make a mess. Alright, so we have a pretty good bit of juice out of that half of a jicama. So that's not bad, right? So yeah, so just remember that, try that, it's in there. If you don't have it in your grocery, if you want to go to like you go to like a Mexican type of grocery, or you go to maybe an Asian grocery, just look for jicama. It's usually in the roots, usually in the grocery, it's in some kind of weird spot.